Welcome back, my lovelies. Hello. Welcome to the monthly April Colour With Me Colour and Chat. The book we are going to be colouring in is a Mystic Art Mirrors 1 Year of Joy colouring book. So this is her like holiday theme book. So she has St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day. She's got, you know, Halloween and Christmas and all the festive days throughout the year. So I thought it would be a really cool Easter vibe to colour in because, you know, Easter is coming up. So I just thought that we would colour in this page here, this lovely lady. And if you're familiar with Mystic Art Mirrors, you will recognize her style of art and the way she draws her ladies. Very whimsical, very beautiful. So I'll get to that in a minute, but I just thought I would show you the colored pages that I've completed in these two books. I managed to color in 2 pages. So the first one is in this cute little Bold and Easy coloring, and this is the teddy bear page, and it's a lovely spring day, the apple tree, and they're having a good time on the swings, and this was a lot of fun. I actually just sat in front of the TV and watched The Crown. I'm loving that series, and I just had a night or a few hours where I just used my alcohol markers and acrylic markers, and then again binge watching The Crown. This was another night. I did this cutie froggy page here, and this is in the Froggy Days Cute Kawaii colouring book. And again, another chill vibe of alcohol markers and acrylic markers, because I'm just having so much fun with all those markers and gel pens. So yeah, that was the 2 pages that I've coloured. Managed to colour last week, and we will get rolling with the Easter colour and chat, or the April colour and chat. Okay, this is your reminder to grab yourself a cup of tea. I've got my cup of French Earl Grey with vanilla, very cozy. And then the markers I'll be using, yes, I'm using my markers again, is this set of Ohuhu markers. They are the water-based ink markers, which I just bought off Amazon. And of course, because it's Easter time, we will be using my Ohuhu pastel set. I think this is the 96 set of pastel markers, and these are just so elite and glorious. So that is what I'm in the mood for today. And of course I may get the acrylic markers and gel pens and all the fun stuff. You guys know how it works around here. And this is your reminder to get your backing protector behind your colouring page. And these are just all the swatches. Look at the colour selections. I love this colour selection so much. Right, so we'll just pop that there. And then I'll get there are swatch cards for the Ohuhu 96 set as well. Put them there. Okay, I'm going to start off with all the Easter eggs around, and I've decided to make them the same colour or the same vibe, and that is with these 3 colours of crescent yellow, mint blue and thistle. I'm going to do a kind of like blended rainbow, pastel rainbow effect, if that makes sense. Just blend, blend. You try. I'm still working on my blending technique with alcohol markers, but I will say that the pastels blend so much better. I don't know what it is about these markers. The pastels are just so elite. I love them so much. Today is the perfect day. Well, I find it's perfect for me because it's an overcast day. I'm hoping that it will rain a little bit, but it's perfect vibes for cozy colouring and cups of tea and coffee. And I've got nowhere to be right now, so I am just loving this at the moment. Oh, and there's a little egg poking in there. Blend, blend, blending is key. If you want a nice kind of ombre effect happening, blending is the key. I did this effect in a few other coloured pages that I coloured, and it turned out like I absolutely loved it. Like I use this effect for bubbles and water, and it just makes everything look so whimsical. And of course, once you get all the acrylic markers and just do all the finishing touches, it's the coolest effect. And I have TikTok to thank for that, because there's a few people on there who do this effect as well. So all my inspiration comes from TikTok, and it is the best thing I've discovered. Eggs are finished. The Easter eggs are Eastering. Actually, I don't know why at the bottom of the page here she's labeled it Eastern. So there must be something that I'm, like a name that I must be missing, because she's got a few Easter pages in this book, and they all say Eastern. Yeah. Anyway, Don't know why that is, but whatever. So for the bows, I want to do red, which is 11. And for the basket here, I want to go urban, which is number 31. I just love this set of water-based markers, and I've mentioned it before, or every time I use these. I don't know what Ohuhu have put in these, but their water-based ink is so smooth. Yes, it can be a little streaky, but that's what you'll get with water-based markers. And you do pay like a higher price for these. Whereas, you know, with your typical Faber-Castell and Crayola water markers, you know, they are your lower end art supply stationery people or company, but I am not bagging Crayola at all. I absolutely love them, and I love Faber-Castell. But these water-based markers are so good. These and the Tombows are my favorite water-based markers. And yes, I get it, you do pay a little bit extra for those marker sets. So for the little chickies around the place, I want to get salmon pink, YR4, that's right here. And for her dress, I want a blue, maybe sky blue, which is PB1, right here. I don't know if this is a dress or an art smock, but it's gonna be blue. I love the vibes of this because you've got the Easter eggs, you've got paint brushes. It's the coolest thing. Okay, guys, so let me know in the comments, because it is almost Easter time, how you guys celebrate Easter. I know different cultures celebrate Easter differently or don't celebrate it at all, so that's absolutely fine. But how do you guys celebrate Easter? Do you guys go away for the long weekend? What do you guys do? Let me know. I actually do want to hear all about your Easter traditions and what you guys do. With me, it honestly depends every year, because sometimes I work all over Easter. I'm a nurse, so I get rostered shift work over Easter, or sometimes like I work the Friday and Saturday and have Sunday, Monday off. Like, it just depends. Every year is different. Unless I really put in to have Easter off, which I've never done. I'm just like, I'll just go with the flow. And whatever I'm allocated, that's fine. But this year, I actually have the 4 days off, which is just amazing. I am so grateful because I didn't request it. I didn't put in any leave applications or anything, and my lovely beautiful boss just rostered Easter off for me, so I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So unfortunately, no, I'm not going away anywhere, but I'm just going to spend it with my beautiful family and eat and drink and be merry, and hopefully attend a church service in there somewhere. Maybe. Oops. All the little chickies are done. They're so cute. Now what I want to do is get my colourless blender and make the dress. I don't know. I don't know if this effect will work. I kind of want to give it like a denim effect. I don't know if the colourless blender will help me achieve that, but I'm just going to do blobs around the place and we will see what happens. I don't know. It may turn out how I hoped, or it may turn out absolutely not how I wanted it. Okay, we will wait and see. For the lovely lady herself, I've actually gone to my Ohuhu 360 set, just because the pastel and the water-based markers didn't offer the colour that I wanted. So I'm going with E430, which is pecan, because I wanted a nice dark brown. And then for her blush, I'm going to go in with bright pink. So we'll see how this turns out. Like, I just love the idea of like the contrast between darkness and all the light pastels around this lady. That's my vision I have here. Just getting in all tiny bits. Oops. Oh, I accidentally coloured in her eye. That's okay. We can just get some white gel pen. I'm hoping this pink will work. Hopefully it's bright enough that it comes through with this brown. Because I'm trying to make sure it's blended in nice. That's the thing, if you want to blend with alcohol markers, you kind of have to be quick. Sorry, you probably couldn't see any of that because of the lighting and the shadows. I've attempted to give her a bit of blush, but I don't know if it'll come through. For her hair, I'm using peach, and I'm going to try and shade it with a bit of pink, just because I do want her hair to be like a pastel-y pink. In the water-based Ohuhus. Thing is with blending with water-based markers is it does break up the paper a bit. You probably can't see it. That's why I try and keep blending to a minimum, or try not to, or avoid blending with water-based markers, because the more layers you put on top, it does just break it up just a bit. So that's why Mystic Art Mirrors paper is good, because it's a bit thicker, whereas, you know, with your standard Amazon paper, it might break it up a bit to the point where it tears through the paper. Kind of looks like fairy floss here. I'm hoping I can smash out a few more colour and chats. As I've mentioned in a few of my previous videos, I'm on like a holiday break from work, so I've had 3 weeks off. But I go back to work next week, and I've only got like 3 days left. And on one of those days, I do have a 40th birthday party to go to. So I'm hoping I can do at least 2 more. It is a bit ambitious, but we will see how we go. And it's really funny because the 40th is like a kind of cowboy themed. I was just like, right, I don't own anything in that era. So luckily my cousin had a cowboy hat and she had cowboy boots. Thank goodness for that. And I just bought a cheap like flannelette long sleeve shirt. And that'll do. It kind of worked out because I did need a new flannelette shirt because I do like wearing them during autumn and winter. But I'm hoping, I haven't actually tried on the outfit yet. I'm hoping that it'll work. Because you know how you vision things, but it doesn't always work out. So we will see. But it's actually a really cool theme to do for a party, a cowboy rodeo theme. That's pretty cool. And for the leaves, I'm thinking a nice, vibrant green. And this is 46 in the water-based markers. Now what I've decided to do is get the colour E Lipstick Natural, just to kind of neutralise the shading of the hair. Even though I do love the Fairy Floss vibe and colour, I wanted it a bit neutral. It was a bit too poppy. So all I'm doing is just lightly going over the shaded bits of her hair, just to bring it back down to earth a bit. Now I am stuck with the bunny. I don't know whether to make him a blue to match the dress, because I like the idea of that, or a purple. I am actually really indecisive about this, so I'll have to think about it, then I'll come back. Lol, after much back and forth, this is going to be a purple bunny with pale lilac and mauve. after all that indecisiveness. Sometimes you just know the colour or know the colours that you want instantly on a colouring page. Like sometimes the vision just comes to you so easily, and then other times you get stuck and you get indecisive and you really have to picture things in your mind. And there we go, Easter Bunny coloured. And for the flowers around the place, I do want a spot of blue in other places. So I've gone with number 66, Azure, just because I do want a bright pop of blue. So we are almost done with our base colours, and then I'm just going to get the white pen, my white Posca pen, and some of my acrylic markers just to do the final touch-ups. Like I said, you guys know how it works around here now. Yeah, I'm really excited for this Easter actually. I think it'll be a good vibe, hopefully. So I'm keeping the frilly bits white, but I'm just doing a little bit of shading, and I've also done shading on this egg because I want the paint to be white as well. Now I'm just adding a bit of shadow moments around the place, just where I think it kind of needs it. Like her dress as well, that can be a shadowy bit. And then I'm going to do the ground bit just to finish that off, and that I want the light yellow. Gonna go in between the grassy leafy bits here, just as much as I can. just to fill in all the white gaps. Okay, let's start. I'm scribbling now. Now, before we begin on the next part, which is the white Posca pen, just to highlight and go over bits and pieces, I just needed a chocolate break and a coffee break just to get out of this brain fog. This is several hours later, because I know you only just saw me with a cup of tea, but I tend not to eat too much chocolate. Like, I do like chocolate, but if I'm to be honest, I am more of a savory person. However, what is an Easter time video without chocolate? And around this time of year, I do tend to eat a tiny bit more chocolate than I should, but you just get caught up in all the fun chocolate stuff. So what I have is, I have a small cup of coffee here, just a small one, and I've got I went to Haig's Chocolate the other day, and I bought a peppermint chocolate frog. So I've got this bit of chocolate here with 3 little, they're like milk chocolate coffee buttons. And I just thought that'll be nice to have with my cup of coffee, just to help with this, like, with this brain fog. So the sugar rush will only last about 5 minutes, but okay. And what I'm doing is I'm just gonna go over with the Posca pen just to highlight bits and make them blend in a bit better. Okay, let's go over the white paint bit. The peppermint chocolate is so nice and refreshing, and I never used to be into peppermint and chocolate. And it helps when you have a smooth chocolate as well. I might move that over there. Now I'm just getting my white Ohuhu acrylic marker just to go over the paintbrush. Why do chocolate and coffee go so well together? It is honestly a match made in heaven. So delicious. Yeah, so this is the Hague's peppermint chocolate. So you can buy, this was like a smaller size frog, but there are massive frogs you can get. Like, it's a lot of chocolate. This is what he looks like, and I've ripped off his head. I only wanted the head piece this afternoon. He's still got the other half of his body and his legs and everything. So creamy and minty. Now what I want to do, I've decided to keep these white pearls. So I'm just going to lightly shade them and then go over them with the Posca white pen. We have the last button. I know it doesn't look very aesthetic over on that plate, but it'll all be gone in a moment. But yeah, I'm not a big chocolate eater. So this frog will probably last me a week, or the week. Even though I did rip a big chunk of his head off today, I'll slowly make my way through it. Whereas if that was cheese and biscuits, yeah, that wouldn't last a week. I am more of a savoury person, but I do appreciate a good dessert and chocolate. Let's put it that way. The old savoury versus sweet debate. To highlight her dress, I've got my Jelly Roll Moonlight pen. I'm just going to go over her dress outlines here, just over the black lines. This is all part of the finishing touches. Okay guys, I've just actually done most of the acrylic marker bits. I'm just finishing off the flowers, and then I'm going to call this finished. So I don't know if you can see the difference there, but I've gone and outlined all the bits, like the eggs and the bunny and everything, just to really make things pop. And then I'm just finishing off the flowers in here. I'm going to wait for that to dry, then add a little bit of white bits. I was umming and ahhing about doing a background. This is another bit that I'm indecisive on. I'm not the best with backgrounds. I might add a few, maybe just dots around the place. An idea that I had for the background, I thought I could do paint blobs, seeing as she's painting and doing all that stuff. But I'm gonna kind of do it similar to the eggs here, is I've selected another 3 pastel marker colors, and I'm just going to kind of do paint blobs, and hopefully it will work out, because I have it pictured in my mind, but I don't actually know how it'll work out. So I'm hoping the blobs will turn out the way I want it to. And then like a pink one here, just to add a bit of something to the background. Oh, the traffic is just horrendous in the background. Yeah, our street that we live on does get quite busy. Hopefully these look paint blobby enough. Blobs are done. Now I'm just kind of outlining and shading the blobs just to give them a bit of dimension, but I don't know if this is turning out how I kind of want it to. Maybe I'll have to go over it with my Posca pen, but I'm only just doing one side. Now I might get my Posca pen, the white one, and just outline these blobs. I don't know if you can pick this up on camera. Just around all the blobs there. All finished. I actually don't mind how this turned out. I obviously love my pastels. They're just so easy and so fun to use. But I do like the other strong bits of color, like you've got the pastels and then you've got the bright green and the bright reds and all that. So I think that's a nice contrast there. So I actually like how this page turned out. I mean, yes, I still need to figure out how to use markers and blend probably a bit better, but this was actually a lot of fun, and Easter is such a fun theme to play with. So yeah, thank you guys for coloring with me, and I hope you guys have a beautiful, happy, abundant, merry Easter, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon for another color with me or color and chat. Ciao ciao for now.